We have a story on Forbes.com that looks at, in part, the history of presidential pressure on the Fed to act, to set rates. There are past presidents who've exerted their own pressure, but Aaron, could you contextualize this a little bit for us, given your experience at Treasury and in other roles? How precedented or unprecedented is a situation, a tussle like the one we're seeing?
Right. So presidents routinely express their preference on interest rates publicly and privately, going through Bush 41, who was pressured Greenspan to lower rates and actually blamed some of his loss to Bill Clinton. He had the line, I reappointed Greenspan and he disappointed me in terms of setting interest rates and the recession that helped kick Bush 41 out of office. Bill Clinton adopted a different policy that stood through the Bush 43 and Obama era, which was no public commentary from the White House in terms of how the Fed should do rates. But if you go back in history, Reagan pressured Paul Volcker substantially, both on interest rates and on regulatory policy. He undermined Volcker within the board. Volcker threatened to quit. This is all in Volcker's biography. But sending the Department of Justice and threatening criminal prosecution on two of the seven governors is totally unbounds and without any precedent, and fundamentally is banana republic type stuff.
Banana Republic type stuff. So what happens next? What are you expecting?
Jay Powell is standing firm. But Trump tried to fire one of the other seven governors, Lisa Cook, who Powell chose not to defend. Lisa Cook has sued not just Trump, but the Federal Reserve to stay on her job. She's preliminarily won. The Supreme Court is going to hear oral arguments later this month on the Cook case. The court has shown in tea leaves that while it's generally allowing Trump to fire people in vagrant violation of a longstanding court precedent that goes back to the 1930s that established independent agencies, Supreme Court justices are trying to carve out a reason why the Fed is different than independent agencies. I think their logic on that is flawed. You can either view independence or not. They're going to make up some reason why the Fed is special because the Fed's long-term role in setting interest rates independently has proven so critical for our advanced economy. And I expect the court to make up a judicial logic to somehow carve the Fed out from this broader path the court is pursuing, which is giving Trump what's called the unitary executive control over independent agencies. I think the brouhaha back and forth now is only going to underscore Cook's position with the court that Trump is using these prosecutions for pure political purposes.